Here's the thing. I used to treat alarms like they were background music pleasant, but nothing that required immediate attention. I'd set at least 6 of them, spaced 5 minutes apart, and still sleep through every single one. My mornings weren't serene moments of reflection. They were chaotic battles between my groggy self and my phone. One time, I smacked my phone so hard, trying to shut the alarm off, that it flew off the nightstand, bounced under the bed, and kept blaring from some unreachable corner. Picture me crawling around, half asleep, like a confused raccoon trying to locate it. And honestly, I think my neighbors hated me just as much as I hated mornings. But that's not even the worst part. You'd think someone who struggled so much with waking up would be a world-class sleeper, right? Wrong. I was terrible at that too. I'd spend my nights scrolling aimlessly through videos or lying awake thinking about random stuff like whatever happened to my 8th grade science teacher and do fish get bored? By the time I finally fell asleep, it was practically time to wake up again. Classic Alex. How did I get here? The sleep roller coaster. Let's rewind to figure out how I ended up in this mess. Turns out, my bad sleep habits weren't a result of some mysterious cosmic curse, they were my own doing. First, I had a terrible bedtime schedule. I'd tell myself I'd go to bed at 10:30, but there I was at 12:45 a.m. watching videos of cats playing keyboards. It was like I treated sleep as optional. Second, I had no idea caffeine could haunt me. I used to sip coffee at 5 p.m. thinking, it's fine. Spoiler, it wasn't. And lastly, my pre-sleep ritual was basically me staring at my phone screen, which, as I later learned, is like staring into a tiny sun right before bed. The results were predictable. Poor sleep made me groggy. Grogginess made me hit snooze, and hitting snooze made me late to everything from meetings to breakfast plans. It was a vicious cycle that I desperately needed to break. How I fixed it. Small changes, big wins. Now, let me tell you how I turned things around. The secret? I didn't try to overhaul my entire life in one night. Instead, I made small, manageable changes. 1. Set a consistent sleep schedule. I picked a bedtime and stuck to it 10:30 p.m., no excuses. At first, it felt unnatural, like going to bed when there was still fun to be had. But after a week or two, my body adjusted, and I started feeling sleepy at the same time every night. 2. Tamed the caffeine monster. I cut off caffeine after 2 p.m. No coffee, no energy drinks, no just one little iced tea. Was it painful? Yes. But within days, I noticed I was falling asleep faster and waking up less throughout the night. 3. Created a pre-sleep routine. I ditched the phone an hour before bed and replaced it with a calming routine, reading a book, sipping chamomile tea, and doing a few minutes of light stretching. It felt weirdly grown up, but it worked wonders. 4. Got serious about my environment. I invested in blackout curtains to keep the room pitch dark, and I stopped pretending the TV's ambient glow was helpful. Darkness equals sleep. Science confirmed it, and I tested it. 5. Embraced the morning light. When I woke up, instead of hiding under the covers, I made it a point to open the curtains and let in some natural light. It helped my brain understand that yes, it's time to wake up, and no, I'm not going back to bed. And guess what? I started waking up earlier without feeling like a zombie. Mornings became less about wrestling my alarm and more about enjoying a moment of peace with my coffee. Share your thoughts and stay tuned. That's my story. I'd love to hear yours. Have you ever struggled with sleep or early rising? What were your symptoms and how did you cope? Share your tips or your funniest alarm clock fails in the comments below. I'm always open to learning new tricks. And don't forget to subscribe. I've got plenty more stories where this one came from. And trust me, My problems are as entertaining as they are solvable. Remember, no matter the issue, there's an easy and simple fix. You just need to know how, and I'm here to help.